Aquarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of June 2026, and I'll do the reading for you, and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Aquarius. Oopsie doops. There we go. The overall energy for the reading, the Justice card. Yeah, balance is the collective overall energy at this moment in time for everybody. Like, everybody feels the need to bring it back home, bring it into balance. Starting off the reading, you get the Nine of Swords crossed by the Temperance card. Something's been bugging you for who knows how long. Definitely a little bit of an energy of, man, I'm stressed out about this sucker. Okay. In your focus, the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you just want to put it behind you and be done with whatever's stressing you out. Like, I just take it. Somebody take it away, and I'll just do my thing, and that's that. Okay. In the recent past, the Seven of Pentacles, I see you invested in something. I see you working on something there. In your strength, the Ace of Swords. I think you're still, I don't know what this is. Think of it as if this is your life, right? Well, there's a section in your life that's bugging the hell out of you, and you just want to put it behind you so that it clears everything out. And everything is, because other than this, I kind of see you ongoing, like you're there. You're involved in things. You're there with pretty much every other aspect of your life. This one, In the immediate future, the Sun, happiness like no tomorrow there. Supporting this reading, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, your energy is ongoing. You're always doing stuff. You're always there with things, The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Lovers. Okay, there's a strong connection that shows up here. I'm not sure where to place it here. I think we're just going to leave it as that. And we're going to come back to it when we clarify it. In your hopes and fears, the Two of Cups. Well, yeah, ideally, you would want for things to work out where you don't have to find yourself in a place of wanting to put something behind you because it's so stressful. Ideally, it would be like, man, I wish this could work out in the best way possible. And for the potential outcome, the Ace of Wands. You're definitely doing something about something. I would assume it's about this. Because right now, in your focus is just kind of thinking about how to remove yourself from a situation that brings so much stress for you. And I think that's the action that does that or starts that process. Okay, let's clarify. Let's do the Justice card. The Devil, the Star, the Strength card. Well, no shit, it's not feeling right something here. It's just... You're kind of caught up in between two energies. Your intention over it, which your intention is to straighten it up, to make it work, to be okay, And the reality of it. And the reality of it looks crappy. It's like, no, it's not working out. It's not okay, And you know that. You see that. Not only it's not okay, it's making you feel very crappy. So it's like you don't like that. So there's two little worlds that are battling here. The world in which, in an ideal world, it would work out, and the real world in which it doesn't. So what do you do there? What do you choose? To live in the idea of this working out, even though it doesn't, it makes you feel like shit, or deal with the reality, which is crappy, and it doesn't make you feel good. But eventually you're gonna have to deal with it because you don't want to not feel good for the rest of your life, right? For the Nine of Swords, you get the Six of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Six of Wands. Yeah, it's about a partnership. Whatever this is, and I can hear you. It's like, it is just pissing me off, man. And I'm like, what is pissing you off about this? But something is, in regards to this situation. There's good times too. You're giving me that sense. Like, there's good days though. There's good days, okay? Did you put them into, onto a scale, the good days and the not so good days, the ones in which, oh, it was just pissing me off? Did you, make note of that? So that you, just see if it does something for you, when you do that. Let me do the Temperance card. The Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. You're just not seeing eye to eye. There's an energy of change over this dynamic, in the sense of maybe you want to change things up a bit. Maybe they do. I don't know. Somebody here is bringing in the concept of change over something here. And you're just not seeing eye to eye. It could be that one of you wants to change things up a little bit, while the other one is like, nah, we're doing good here. Why should things change? We're good. Let me do the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Four of Cups. I mean, it's not helpful, you being stressed out about something or always upset about something here. It's not going to help anything. But at the same time, you can't help it but feel that, which is understandable. So I feel like that's where you're coming up with the idea of, well, it's not fair to me. It's not fair to this dynamic in any kind of way to just show up there and be always upset, always unsatisfied of whatever, So then I guess I should remove myself from the situation, right? That's, the next best logical thing. Now you're not doing it, you're kind of reaching your conclusions as we speak in this energy. For the Seven of Pentacles in the recent past, you get the Moon, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Wands. There was always a little bit of, it's almost looking like rivalry. It's looking like there was always a little bit of conflict underneath the surface there, even when things were great and you weren't so stressed out about things. There was always a little something. A butting of heads somewhere in there, underneath the surface. It's kind of like, okay, we're going to go on a vacation together. Okay, we are. And we agree on everything. Yes, we are. And then you go and do and you don't. But it's like, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. It was. Energetically speaking, it was always there. A little bit of a big deal. Because it's like, okay, you're not seeing eye to eye here. For the Ace of Swords in your strength, you get the Emperor, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. You're kind of gearing up. You're building yourself up into the position of, let me do something about this. Whatever it is. Because right now you're not. Right now you're kind of trying to figure things out. Where you stand, what you want from this, what you want to do moving forward, and so on and so forth. Kind of looking back to and see where things were at a while ago. 2 weeks ago, 2 days ago, So kind of gathering up information here, kind of trying to put it all together so that you know what you have to do. But you're building up in that energy in which you're showing up as taking matters into my own hands. I'm going to do something about it. So you're heading in that direction in which you will do something about it. Okay. Let me do the Sun in the immediate future. The Chariot, the World card, the Justice card. You're so vague. Like, yeah, I'm doing something about it and it feels 100% right. And I feel happy because I've reached my conclusion and I know exactly what I got to do and here I am doing it. Okay. Definitely it's coming in with the closure of a cycle, which is kind of normal because that means you're bringing change to the table. That means that either you're saying this can't go on like this, so we need to change things up, otherwise I'm not going to be a part of this anymore. That's coming through as, so that closes the cycle in which things are going to function in the same way. They're not. They're for sure not. But I don't know if that's the solution you have for this in terms of, hey, let's, with the Justice card, it might be. Like, okay, we're changing things up. Things are no longer proceeding the exact same way. Things are going to proceed in a different way. I have no fucking clue how that's going to show up, but I know it's got to be different. So let's try that. I think that's where you're coming in with this one. Let's try that. Different. Okay. Let me do the Knight of Swords and the supportive energies. The Empress, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, and I think you're starting to work on it with whoever's at the other end of this. You definitely have willingness, you definitely have clarity. Once you get things moving, that's when you show up as clear, determined, assertive, like, we're gonna get this shit done, man. Up until then, no, because while you're trying to figure things out, you're mostly up here, and then you're kind of trying to connect to your feelings too about it. So it's a little bit of nothing is really happening right now. But once you set those wheels in motion, you're showing up super clear and driven, you know. Let me do the Lovers and the hidden energies. You get the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Swords. Well, you're driven, are they? Because you're kind of showing up as, I don't know, I don't think so. They look it, but like when it comes down to it, I don't know. I guess this is a test, right? To see, are they gonna show up for this in the way they're saying they're gonna or not? But deep down, there's a lack of trust that they will show up for this. Let's do the Two of Cups in your hopes and fears. The Three of Swords, the Temperance card, the King of Wands. Despite that, you're still showing up though. Despite whatever happened here, no matter how much it hurt you or it hurt them or it messed things up completely, I see that's where the determination comes into play. It's like, I'm not going to let that affect me. I'm still going to show up for this because that's where I'm at. That's what I want to do. And I'm not going to let any history, especially bad history here, affect me in that. It's just going to take some time for you to actually do that. It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to actually feel all of that and show up like that. You know? But I feel like that's where you want to go with this one. Like, okay, let's keep looking forward instead of kind of being stuck in the past of what happened and functioning from there. We're going to function from clean slate. Let's try this new energy out here, you know, rather than functioning from the old. I like the way you think. I like your determination. I like all of that. Your lack of trust in them showing up, I'm not sure if it's justified on are they trustworthy or not. I think that's on them to show you, you know, ultimately. Hi, baby girl. Directly on the reading. Okay. Alrighty. Let me see the potential outcome at least. Okay. For the Ace of Wands, for the potential outcome, you get the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Cups. As you proceed and as you start working on things, somewhere along the way you stop and you assess. So you're like, okay, where are we at? You know? You're kind of split in half here. Like, okay, well, let's proceed is like 50% of where you're at. I don't think it's worth proceeding. It's another 50% of where you're at. Your drive is definitely dropping, you know. That doesn't mean that it's not going to pick back up or that things aren't going to, you know, but it's just as you proceed on this path of, hey, let's work on things here, somewhere along the way you stop and assess and you're kind of split. Again, what happens after, I don't know, because that's where the reading stops, but there's definitely a sense of, you know, from time to time assessing where you're at and kind of taking it from there as you get there. Okay, gotcha. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Tower, the Ten of Swords, the Page of Wands. It's kind of like, it's almost looking like a lost cause, but at the same time, you're gathering up the energy from within you that might be willing to give this a shot and be like, okay, let's try, is still very much alive there. Even though a big chunk of you is kind of like, the damage is too damaged. You know? Damage is too big here. But hey, let's give it another shot or something. Is definitely on the table. Let's do Wisdom of the Oracle. Go the Distance, number 47. Oh, you want to chew on that, huh? Essential meanings: endurance, strength, the long haul. The oracle's message: to bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there's no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. You're still chewing on shit, huh? Anyways. That's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.